What time do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. I told you when I came on the show I was going to be completely honest and expose myself to it.
Of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
A lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize.
All right.
We go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's.
I mean,
You hold that.
okay.
All right.
I can just take to it. The joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problem.
No, it's okay.
The truth behind DJ tWitch's death is finally out after years of the police allegedly being paid to cover it up. And it turns out there are way more people involved than we thought. All the way from his wife to Ellen DeGeneres and Diddy, and some rich white old men. Oh, and remember that stuff the police said about him leaving a note? Well, new evidence just proved he never actually even wrote that letter. The handwriting, allegedly, doesn't match any of his other documents. Someone planted it at the crime scene to cover up the crime. In fact, an episode of Ellen's show resurfaced recently, where Diddy allegedly threatened her with the tapes of her at his parties right in front of tWitch. And you could see the shock on his face. Mind you, this happened on national television. Check this out, y'all. All right, Ellen, we go so far back. Don't tell these people how far back we go. I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's do all that. Okay, I can just take music to the joke where I don't want no problem. Okay, so all this goes back to the morning of December 12th. A full day before he died, when he checked into the Oak Tree Inn in Enino, California. The motel was less than a mile from his own home. According to reports, instead of driving there as he usually did, he ordered an Uber. When he arrived, he switched his phone to airplane mode, so nobody could call, track music, or reach him in any way. The hotel staff said he didn't seem distressed or visibly upset when he checked in. He came with a small bag and booked the room for just one night. Now, I don't know where Allison was for the entirety of December 12th. But she didn't go to the police until the morning of December 13th, when she frantically visited and lapped station to report that tWitch had left home without his car the day before and still hadn't returned. Now back at the hotel, tWitch was at he missed his checkout time, which was 11:00 a.m., and also missed multiple phone calls from the staff. So they decided to forcefully open it, and that's when they found his lifeless body. They called the police, who later confirmed the body to be that of tWitch. According to reports, he unalived himself with a single to his head. And as you can already guess, people immediately had their suspicions for several reasons. First, why did Allison wait a whole 24 hours to report him missing when she noticed he wasn't home for that long? And second, tWitch showed absolutely no signs of being unhappy with his life. So why would he randomly wake up and go off by himself in a hotel? Granted, you can't always tell what people are going through, even if they visibly look okay. But baby, people were still not buying it. Some people even began looking into tWitch's boss, Ellen DeGeneres, as a suspect. And it didn't help that around the time tWitch died. Ellen's alleged connections to Diddy and her getting exposed by her previous employees were an all-time high. People even speculated that she allegedly tried to service tWitch to Diddy, but tWitch wasn't having it. You see, a lot of folks don't know this. But tWitch was actually a very troubled person, making him the perfect victim of these industry weirdos. These people love preying on vulnerable men whom they felt they could easily break. And guess what? tWitch was exactly that. After tWitch's death. His wife Allison actually exploited his childhood trauma by revealing intimate information about his substance addiction struggles and the essay he endured at the hands of another man when he was a teenager. Mind you, tWitch never wanted the world to know this, which is exactly why he never made it public information. But Allison chose to expose it in her book as music, the main selling point for a quick buck. She also said she found mushrooms, pills, music, and other substances hidden inside his shoe boxes after he died. I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me, because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed with a lot inside himself. And he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings cause he didn't want to put it on anyone cause he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain, but it was very alarming and scary to find those things and have never known. Now, even aside from Ellen, people also noticed that Allison was making some weird moves, which they claim are music, signs that she may have had a role to play in tWitch's death. Apparently, she was actively trying to clear music, tWitch's bank account, and move into a whole other city as soon as he died. According to Radar Online, she filed a petition asking the court to award her half of his estate. She was basically saying that he didn't have much before they got together, and that she helped him build everything he had. The petition read, which owned only personal effects of little value. Music, his net worth on the date of marriage was nil. There are no written agreements between tWitch and Allison, providing for a non-per division of the aggregate value of the community property. Now, circling back to Ellen, before everything came out, she and Diddy actually had a pretty tight music relationship. She was on the guest list for his parties regularly, and Diddy became one of the most frequent guests on her show, racking up over 17 appearances. Music, that's not something that happens unless there's a genuine connection there. Thank you, thank you. Oh, a circumflex, you're welcome. And do y'all remember that moment on her show where Ellen told Diddy she hadn't been making it to his parties because they were always being held on the East Coast? As the conversation kept going, Diddy casually brought up his after parties, the ones held on the second and third floors of certain hotels. And Ellen responded like she already knew exactly what he was talking about. But then she seemed to catch herself and quickly cleaned it up, saying she only knew about them because he raps about them in his music. Girl, please, at your birthday party, am I invited? Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up to know. Well, there is it on the East Coast. Yes, well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? 'Cause I work all the time. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe I have one at your house. Where's a laughter now? What time would your party start? Let's say like 9:30. Really? That early? Yeah, I could make that. But I think I could think of starting a party at like midnight. Like what time will it go till? That's a different type of party though. No. It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3:00. 3:00, and then we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. And then it will carry on there. Yeah. Then laughter no, I mean the after party. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the laughter music. I've heard that song after party. You genuinely cannot make this up. Music, they sat there and played in everybody's faces with a straight smile. And at the time, people just let it slide because nobody had the full picture on Diddy yet. But people started going back and revisiting all of these old clips after a video went viral of Ellen visibly panicking when someone outside asked her to comment on the essay allegations against Diddy. Given how close the two of them were, it was a completely fair question to ask. Music, but instead of saying anything, Ellen went into full flight mode and rushed into her car before another word could get out. For someone who built a whole career on being warm and approachable, that reaction was very telling. Singing, Ellen, Were you surprised by the allegations about Denny? Music, did that surprise you about Denny? Many times. Music, now as I said. People are now saying that tWitch was allegedly unalived because he refused to attend these Diddy and Epstein parties that Ellen supposedly wanted him to attend. To make matters even worse, it's also being alleged that the note the police said he left was fake. The handwriting didn't match any of his documents, meaning it wasn't written by him. Whoever took his life planted it there to mislead the police. Girl,